One of the first things you want to do, now if you followed along in the footwork, you know to step out into a right front stance. So I'm standing in the center of my square and my star box. I'm going to step out to a right front stance. I'm going to get comfortable with this. I'm going to let my chuck hang, and I'm going to do a control move. Just like so. I'm going to bring it straight up, stop it, straight down. That's my first control move. Okay, it's just like that. Now let me turn to the side for you so you can get a better view of this. As I step here into my right front stance, I'm going down and up with a basic stroke. Notice how it's not hitting me on the shoulder and it's not crushing my knuckles. I'm using the grips that we were talking about earlier. As I come back, I'm in a closed grip. As I go down, I open my hand up a little bit into that open grip. So I'm going down and up. Now, as you do this for any length of time, you're going to notice you're doing a slide. The chucks are sliding out of your hand a little bit. It's an excellent time to also practice your crawl. Walk your hand right back up the stick and practice your stroke. This is your vertical stroke. Straight up, straight down, without touching your body. It's important you do this. If you hit your shoulder a little bit, or if you hit your knee a little bit, or if you crush your knuckles a little bit, it just isn't control. You want full control. Now, as you get this, you'll step it up a little bit. You can stop a pair of Pro Chucks on a dime. You never have to worry about them coming back and hitting you unless you've done something totally wrong, and you always know where the chuck is. Now you can also do the same thing with two pair. Take two pair of chucks, get in your stance, and work your strokes. That is control. And that's your vertical downward stroke and vertical upward stroke. Now, as you do the upward stroke, you're going to notice it's not quite as powerful. As we get into later tapes, we're going to show you about twisting and torquing and bringing up that upward stroke. But for right now, what our main control is, or our main theme is, control of the strikes. Don't hit your shoulders, don't crush your knuckles, and don't hit your knees. Okay? Now let's go to the diagonal stroke. If you're right-handed, let's go ahead and start in a left front stance. Bring your chuck up to the upper right-hand corner and do a diagonal stroke down. Now, as you do this, again, you're not hitting your shoulders and you're not hitting your hip. These are control moves. You're doing a front hand and a back hand. Let me turn the view here. And that's your diagonal stroke from the upper right-hand corner to the lower left. Now let's take it over to the other side. Bring the chuck over to the opposite side, upper left-hand corner, and we're going to still stay in the left front stance and do a diagonal stroke. Back hand, front hand. Still not hitting my shoulders, still not hitting my back. See that? Let's do some more of those. Now let's go to the horizontal stroke right across. Notice the hand. Now that's basic strikes, very controlled. If you don't get that down, you're going to have a difficult time doing some of the more advanced moves we're coming up with. Remember, get your stroke nice and easy. A perfect move can be done at any speed. Nice and easy. Notice how the chuck's almost just hovering right there in the air. See how it's stalling? Just stalling in the air. Get your control. Same thing diagonal. Doesn't hit your back, doesn't hit your hip. Nice, even stroke.